my name is Abigail. Welcome to my channel. All right, guys, so today we are going to be making a video reading Reddit threads, Am I the A-hole? So let's start with this one. Am I the a-hole for getting engaged after my brother's wedding? All right, so edit. Paraphrase some direct quotes and remove some potentially identifying information. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. My brother and his now wife got married 3 days ago, a very small destination ceremony under 15 people total. My now fiance and I extended our trip after everyone went home and spent a couple of days exploring the Grand Canyon, a couple of hours north of the wedding, where he proposed. When I shared the news with my brother and now sister-in-law, he responded with hostility, saying that I looked like we were competing. I apologized, quickly realized that he was advocating for my sister-in-law and that she felt hurt, although I am truly failing to understand why. I also texted her a separate apology and explained that it was not our intention to encroach and just wanted to share the news with family, and that it's my belief that there's room for happiness for everyone. She did not respond. In response to my apology, my brother doubled down and said the timing and location were hurtful and that we shouldn't plan around the wedding. So this comment says, not the a-hole. I can see you're trying valiantly to understand, but I'm not sure your brother or his wife will be able to give you a good reason for their reaction, because their reaction is wild. Sure, it's rude to propose at someone else's wedding, but that's not what happened. The fact that you and your fiance got engaged a few days after their wedding, before you flew home, is a totally different thing. Also, the level of hostility in that message from your brother is nasty and definitely not normal. I'm so sorry that he treats you like that. Another person said, not the a-hole. Your brother needs to calm down. The bride gets a day. Her one wedding day. She does not get a location, a week, or anything else. She gets her wedding. That is all. You did not encroach. Right? Sister-in-law probably got used to everyone making a fuss over her in the months leading up to that day and didn't want to let that go. Now they will be making a fuss about someone else's and she's jealous. Yeah, I can kind of see, basically, I don't see the brother's side on it. Like, I don't agree with him. I think that the sister-in-law is just still wanting the attention on her, and she feels like you getting engaged, even though it's a few days after their wedding, it takes the attention away from them. But I mean, she just needs to get over it. But yeah, the main thing was everybody agreed that they are not the a-hole. Ooh, this one sounds juicy. This says, am I the a-hole for not allowing my mom to stay another week after her pipes burst just before Christmas? Let's see. Okay, it's 38 female. I am celebrating Christmas with my mom, 68 female. My brother, 47 male, and his family. My mom flew in from out of state and we are driving to a meetup location to spend time with my brother's family, a place in the mountains we all enjoy just for the holidays. All of us live hours away, our mom being the furthest, on the opposite coast. My brother and I are several hours away by car. This year, we received the bad news that while my mom has been at my place, her pipes froze and flooded her basement. She is upset, understandably. I helped her get everything started and have her insurance, a cleanup team, and a general contractor all working on her place while she is with me. She then broached the topic that she wanted to extend her week stay to 2 weeks or more. I said no. I need to get back to my regular routine and get ready to return to work. She's welcomed to stay here as originally planned, which is until Saturday. Then she said she may ask to ride back with my brother and his family to their home in another state, opposite direction than me. She refused to ask him until Christmas. So I gave my brother a heads up last night so he has a chance to speak with his wife. I also told him that he's under no obligation to say yes, as she is still welcome to stay with me until Saturday, and her insurance company will be footing the bill for most of her stay at a hotel and meals. Big if, her residence is uninhabitable, which we do not know at this time. He told me he didn't have room to take her back with him. 3 people in his car and no room for a 4th, assuming luggage is the issue. that I should let her stay with me because she's lonely. I told him I understood that, but I'm not wrong for wanting to cap my time with her at the 1 week originally planned. He had left that text on send. My mom can be a challenging personality, and with this unfortunate development, she's even more difficult. I love my mom, but I'm tired. I want my house back and don't want to be criticized or complained at. I refuse to allow my lonely mother to extend her stay with me despite the recent damages and to the unknown state of her home. Am I the a-hole for prioritizing my space and personal downtime over my mother's emotional needs? So let's look at the comments. Okay, so this one says, not the a-hole, but this is tough. It's not like you owe her a place to stay, especially when the insurance will pay, but I don't think I could tell my mom to go stay at a hotel during the holidays. Not the a-hole. Doesn't she need to get back home to deal with her home and belongings? Not the a-hole. I can understand your hesitation where there isn't an end date and she has a difficult personality at the same time. If it can be made more time limited, it would be kind to have some flexibility. I can understand her not wanting to be alone. Not the a-hole, but I think you should take this one on the chin, because if you want to keep talking to your mom, you will probably never hear the end of this otherwise. It's a lightning strike situation. There's a good reason she can't just go back to her home, that it's unlikely to occur ever again. Since insurance will pay to put her up in a hotel, not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. Your brother also doesn't want to bring her home. He has plenty of room in his car. So to me, it sounds like maybe the issue is the mom. Like, personally, I can't live with my mom. I actually haven't lived with my mom since I was 18, because we both have, I think, similar personalities. So we clash too much. She did live with me for a little while she was buying her home back in like 2019 when my son was born. And I mean, it was okay, but she really only stayed here during the week, and on the weekends, she stayed at my aunt's house. But me and my mom don't really get along. Like, if we spend too much time together, we end up arguing. So I can kind of see if that's the dynamic that they have, that it would be really hard for her to keep her mom an indefinite amount of time. So I don't think she's an a-hole, but if it's like around the holidays especially, I feel like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, I would just suck it up personally. Again, because it's around the holidays more than anything. But if it's like, okay, let's put a cap on it. Let's say another week, right? If by the end of that week, your house is still not fixed, have the insurance pay for the hotel. Because personally, again, I'm thinking about it if I was in that situation with my mom. But I mean, there are people who have good relationship with their parents, but she says herself that, you know, her mom is not very easy to get along with. So yeah, that's hard. But I don't think she's the a-hole if she doesn't let her stay with her. I feel like your mental peace is more important. Yeah. Let's see one more. Okay, this one says, am I the a-hole for writing my siblings out of my will? Y'all know I love a juicy sibling story, because I myself have a brother and I almost lost count there, 3 sisters. So, and we're really close. So let's see what this says. Okay, it says, for context, my brother, 30 male, and sister, 25 female, have lived very far from me for a long period of time. For me, going on over a decade now. They never bothered to include me as a sibling growing up and have continued the tradition into adulthood. Contact is sparse at best, and only when initiated by a mutual third party, never voluntarily on their end. And all attempts from me are ignored. I have received a medical diagnosis that isn't looking good, and I wanted to ensure that should the worst come, my affairs would be in order over the next few years. I updated my living will recently. Family doesn't know I have one, and struck them from it, barring them from receiving anything, instead leaving assets to my parents with instructions on their provisioning. Friends have told me that I am being harsh and I should include them, but I hardly know them anymore, and any interactions have been largely negative over the past 10 to 15 years. I could care less what happens after I'm gone, but I don't want what I worked hard for to go to them. So let's look at some of the comments before I give my opinion. Okay, it says, not the a-hole. It doesn't matter that they are blood related or related by law or whatever. Your property is your property, and you can do and give it to whom you want to. It don't matter what your feelings are. It don't matter what your feelings are on it. It's yours to do as you wish to. Give to your parents, okay. Give to your great granddaughter on her 9th birthday as you wish. If what you provided is all the details is true, then strike everybody out of the will as you wish. Not the a-hole. First off, I'm sorry that you're so young and having to face this issue, but your parents are your next of kin and would thus have to deal with anything you leave behind should the worst happen. You're just letting them know what you want to happen. Assure your friends that you're aware that your parents can do whatever they want after they fulfilled the enforceable parts of your will, and know that the other kids might get some benefit. You're leaving that up to others. Yeah, I feel like they're not the a-hole, because at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want with their money. But again, me and my siblings have a close relationship. So I feel like, let's just say I, by some miracle, became a millionaire. And before I left this world, I had all the money in the world. I definitely would feel like I would leave some to my siblings, just because, you know, we're very, very close and we get along and we just have a great relationship. So I would I'd leave my kids the majority of the money. Then I feel like I would leave some of that to my nieces and nephews. And then what's remaining, you know, to my mom, if she's still here, my dad, if I have a partner, depending on that. And then, you know, my siblings would still have a part also, but majority I feel like would go to my kids and my nephews and my nieces and stuff, because they're the youngest, and I feel like they would benefit the most, you know, in the long run. Like, they would need money for college, or, you know, if they have kids of their own at that time, just that kind of thing. But I don't feel like it's wrong for someone not to want to give to their siblings, especially if they've been left out, you know, of that dynamic. And it's like, okay, now that I'm an adult, you want my money? No. But again, me personally, I would leave some to my siblings, but this Redditor, I don't think, is the a-hole for not leaving them any money. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it's a pretty short video. Hopefully we can do some more Reddit threads, or I don't know, we'll come up with something. But for right now, I do enjoy reading these Am I the A-hole Reddit threads. So if you guys enjoy it, hit the like button, share the video, comment your own Am I the A-hole, and we can maybe read it on our next video. But do all the things. Yeah, click the like button, share the video, comment, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.